Let's talk about 7 pantry essentials that you need to stock up on now before a great recession. These are all things I have in my pantry that we use and that we rotate through. And the first thing I want to talk about is flour. As you can see, I need to refill this, so why don't you do that with me while I talk about it. Flour is one of those things that you need to bake a lot of things, pretty much anything unless you're gonna grind oats, which we'll talk about later. But all-purpose flour, we keep in this 5-gallon bucket. We just get ours from Costco, and then, making a mess. And then I just refill this and keep this in the kitchen because it lets me start my sourdough more easily. I can easily just grab it to make a simple loaf of bread or cinnamon muffins or any type of muffin that we usually do, pancakes, waffles, you name it. We bake almost everything that we eat that is a baked good. So any dessert, any bread product. That was my goal this past year, was to bake all of our own goods so that we did not have any extra junk in them. Flour will last a long time, but I will tell you, if you have all-purpose flour, the shelf life is a lot shorter than if you buy wheat berries, which I'm gonna show you in a second. I get all of my wheat berries from Azure Standard, which I can put a link in the description box to give you a discount of $25 on your first order of $100. It's a great company to support, and you can get bulk wheat berries for such a great price. Now that that's all stocked and ready, I'm just gonna close up my lid. We keep all of this in our backup pantry, which I did a video on. I can link it below. But having all of this on hand in my pantry, it gives me such peace of mind because I know if prices skyrocket and they stay like that for several months, that I got this at a lower price and I know I can just keep using it how I do. If I need to ration things out, I do, but I'd rather get it at this price knowing that in the future, over this next year, it's gonna go up. If you wanna take flour to the next level, wheat berries are what you wanna do. You can get such a great price on wheat berries, and the shelf life of these are much longer than on all-purpose flour, because when you grind wheat berries, you are releasing all of the oils that are within them. That is actually a very nutritious part of the berry. When it's all-purpose flour, it's all been sifted out. So the shelf life is longer, but the nutritional content is less than the wheat berries. Wheat berries are still longer than all-purpose flour. So I got a grain mill this past year, and this is what I grind. So we have several types of wheat berries. So we have hard white wheat, hard red wheat, einkorn, spelt, and barley. And these have been awesome for us. We make, like I said, all of our baked goods, breads, muffins, pancakes, waffles. They're so delicious. It's so much healthier for you when you're grinding it yourself. But if you can't do that, all-purpose flour is what you need to stock in your pantry right now. Okay, and since you've got flour in your pantry now, you're probably gonna need some yeast if you're gonna bake anything, unless you're doing sourdough, which I have some videos on. I get my yeast in bulk from Azure Standard. It is the best price. I keep it in the freezer because this will make sure it lasts a lot longer. Getting it in bulk is so much better than those little packets because I will blow through those like in the amount of things that I make. So get your yeast in bulk. This is active dry yeast. I got this one last August and I got this one this past June. So still going through it. Like I said, check out Azure Standard. It's the best price for active dry yeast. And the next thing you need to have in your pantry, especially if you're baking things with your yeast and flour, is some kind of fat. So we're talking olive oil, which can obviously also be used for many other things. Some ghee. This is homemade ghee that I made, which I'm gonna do a video on. If you're interested in that, make sure you leave a comment down below. Coconut oil, also a good fat to keep on hand, and butter. I keep our butter in the freezer. I get it in bulk at Costco, and it lasts a long time. I mean, I never have it go bad before I'm gonna use it. Your body needs fats, and it needs healthy fats, not vegetable oils, not like seed oils. It needs good, healthy fats from butter, olive oil, or coconut oil. Avocado oil is also good. We do use that, but these are the primary ones I use. Olive oil, I know extra virgin olive oil, people will say that this is probably not real olive oil, but this is the kind I use for our homemade mayonnaise and for my dressings, and it has a much milder flavor than extra virgin olive oil, so I can use it in baked goods. So I like that I can double use it because then I only have to stock one thing. In your pantry, you need some kind of fats so that you can use them in frying things, in baking things, and cooking things on the skillet. You need fats in your pantry. The next thing you need to stock in your pantry is some kind of sweetener, like sugar. This is the organic cane sugar we get from Costco. I keep it in this pail. We use a lot of sugar, actually more so for our water kefir, because that's how it ferments. It feeds off of the sugar and then it makes a probiotic rich drink. But this sugar can be used obviously in baking as well. Or if you prefer, you can get some honey. So we get this honey from Costco. I possibly want to get it from Azure. I got to price check it though, but we use this obviously in tea, baked goods, anything like that. Or if you want a sweetener that's like sugar, but a little bit healthier for you, you can use coconut sugar, which you can get from Azure Standard. That's where I get it. I've also gotten it off of Amazon in the past. So coconut sugar is a great alternative. It doesn't spike your insulin as much as regular processed cane sugar would. I would recommend, if you're going to go with a granulated sugar, get the organic or cane sugar, so it's a little bit less processed than just white sugar. But like I said, if that's all you can do, if all you can do is all-purpose flour, because that's how you're going to use it, get the all-purpose flour. If all you're going to use is granulated sugar and that's all your budget can allow, get the granulated sugar. But stock up on something now, because prices will probably go up in this next year and you'll be thanking your past self for stocking up. And what is life without a little salt? Your body needs salt. Not to mention your food, because it just tastes way better. But your body needs salt. It runs off of salt. Your heart has a sodium-potassium pump. That means it needs salt and potassium to function. So salt is extremely important. It also is helpful in when you're baking things and when you're pickling things or canning things, like you need salt. So I have this pink Himalayan sea salt. This is from Costco. Also, I have this giant 5-gallon tub of salt. It is just lovely. I will not run out of salt for a very long time. Now, this is very heavy, but since I love you guys so much, I lugged it down from our backup pantry to put it here on the table so I could tell you that you need salt in your pantry. Make sure you stock up on it now. I know you're probably tired of hearing it, but I got this from Azure Standard, and that is the best place to get salt in bulk. If you can go with some kind of Celtic sea salt or something that has the minerals still in it, not the like iodized salt and all of that, get something as close to the natural one as you can. I know Redmond's Real Salt is also a very good brand. I got this before. This is a sea salt from Azure, and it was the best price. I also use it for cleaning, like wiping down the sink and like scrubbing it out. And so salt has many uses. Highly recommend you get salt. It's not going to go bad. So stock it up in your pantry now. The next thing that I would recommend you stock up on your pantry as an essential is oats. Now, if you are gluten intolerant or something like that, obviously you want to get steel cut oats or gluten-free flour. But I would recommend definitely stocking up something that you are able to use in your pantry right now. So this is the rolled oats. I, again, got it from Azure Standard because it's the best price to get bulk things. So I keep this up in our kitchen. That's easily accessible. And then this tub lives in the backup pantry upstairs with all of the other 5-gallon tubs. These rolled oats are so delicious, like way better than Quaker oats that you would get at the store. I really didn't think there would be much of a difference flavor-wise. I just got them because it was the best price, but they are organic, and let me tell you, they are delicious. So I like to make some pre-made oatmeal packs for the kids. I can put my own healthy sugar in it, like I showed you. And I put flaxseed in it and whatever, like raisins or something like that to give it some extra sweetness for them. But that's a much healthier alternative. It doesn't have any junk ingredients. I know exactly what's in it. And this will last a while, especially in this sealed 5-gallon bucket. So oats is one of those things you can stock up in your pantry right now before the price keeps going up. And let's talk about vinegar. Even if you don't like to eat vinegar, it's one of those things that is so useful for so many things. So I use this actually as a fabric softener in my laundry, save money, less toxins, all of that. I also use it for cleaning. So cleaning my sink, cleaning my floors, cleaning my bathroom, cleaning the mirrors. Like I dilute it even with water, which I've done some videos on. I can link them below, but such a great thing to have to stock up on. You can also pickle things with it, which is very good. Vinegar is just one of those things you need to have in your pantry, and it doesn't cost a lot. Like I get this huge thing from Costco. It's under $4. It lasts a while. I keep several of these in our backup pantry, and it's just one of those things that's really good to have in your pantry, and you can stock up on it now because it's not going to go bad. These are just 7 of the basic pantry essentials that I think you can stock up on now, but there are obviously other things I keep in my pantry, but I'm going to show you that in another video. What do you keep in your pantry that I didn't mention? Leave it in the comments down below. And check out this video for more money-saving hacks, and subscribe right here if you haven't already. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together.